We get the occasional hater that is subscribed just so that they could thumbs down our video.
They're vigilant.
They're one of our most loyal haters.
Rafi's rants.
Hola, you amazing artist. I was thinking about something that I thought would be good to share, especially given the way that the climate has been out in the world and the fact that a lot of us right now are attempting to do stuff online as far as like doing videos or putting yourself out there in any way, shape, or form. And I guess the one thing that I wanted to talk about was when you get negative comments on things, there's this really cool upside to the fact that like we're able to put ourselves out there and get our stuff out in front of people all around the world. And that to me is absolutely and completely amazing. The downside is that when you put yourself out there in any way, shape, or form, whether you start out your business like we did, which was putting our art out in fairs and in small local shows and things like that, no matter what you do, you are going to run into different personalities that are a little bit negative. It was in response to like, should I stop creating my art? He was like, it doesn't matter if you create one piece a year as long as you feel good about the piece that you created, or, even if you sell one piece a year and that's whatever. And I totally agree with that. But in the beginning of his email, he started with like, what's worse than one motivational speaker is two motivational speakers. And towards the end, then he called me a clown.
Oh, so
it was like, and if you're going on YouTube because you need to ask a clown whether or not you should keep creating art, then you should stop creating art because then you don't have what it takes, or something like that. Just really mean, not only to me, but to the person that left the comment. I thought that I would do this video so that I could lay out some of the things to expect, because I have a feeling that a lot of people, they avoid putting themselves out there because they're afraid of somebody coming up to them and being like, your art sucks and blah. There's going to be people out there that are haters. There's going to be people out there that just don't like my art. There's going to be people out there that are miserable and just, misery loves company and they want to share that by giving you some of their misery. There are all kinds of reasons why someone would thumbs down a video, where someone would make a nasty comment, where someone would say something hateful.
So I don't know if this footage is going to get used or not, because it's late in the evening and I was just reading through YouTube comments. And on our vlog channel, I saw one comment that said, and this is the funny thing to me, it was actually on the video that was about putting yourself out there and getting haters and trolls and the likes. And I saw a comment that said, I'm not a hater or a troll or drunk or jealous, but I just wanted you to know that you bored me to the off switch. And then I rewatched the rest of the video and I was like, yeah, there's pretty good stuff there. So then, because of who I am as a person, I could not help myself. I looked at this person's user account, their profile, which had no videos, no content, no nothing, just an Audacity playlist. And I was like, girl, please. Like, you're not even putting content out there. You're not even putting anything out there. You're bored.
They're not in the arena.
You are not the man in the arena. Your channel is pretty boring. It's pretty fa-chunking boring. It's got nothing. It's got nothing at all. I just wanted to share that. Maybe it's petty. It's probably petty. It's a little petty. But I looked at your channel too. Mm-hmm.
And then there are negative comments out there where somebody's just posing their opinion, and really it's just their opinion, and it's just maybe something that you don't want to hear. What intrigues me about this phenomenon is that you could have 100 positive comments and one negative comment, and like that one negative comment gets to you. So for example, like with us, like we have our artwork that we create. We also do these videos, and you know how much work goes into a video. A lot of times we get the question, we field the questions, we sit in front of the camera, we take time to record it, and then there's a couple hours of editing and then uploading and making a thumbnail and getting all that stuff done. And you post it online, and your intentions are whatever your intentions are. They're going to be like, Rafi and Klee, but you're so lucky. You get to meet. I mean, I'm talking about the haters. That's not what our YouTube following sounds like.
I just got a headache. It's just...
You put it out there, and you hope that it gets received in the way that you want it to get received. And sometimes, with our videos, what the things that I say, there are a lot of times where my brain is moving a lot faster than my mouth is. So a lot of times I'll say like the wrong words.
You want to look at things like that, and you want to be wary of things like that.
A lot of times when people leave comments because of the word choices I used, or maybe I said something weird or whatever, those kind of things don't bother me, because for the most part, I love the people that have fun and leave jokes, and even if they're jokes at my expense, those kind of things don't bother me. Really, what's interesting about doing the online thing that I've experienced is that, you never know what's going to happen. You put your stuff out there and you get a thumbs down. You get a comment where somebody calls you a Marxist, or you get a comment that somebody tells you that you're being political, or you get a comment that someone tells you that you're a loser, or you get a comment that someone criticizes your artwork, or you get a comment that your wife needs to not speak so much in the videos and she needs to be quiet. And like, what's interesting about this is that all these comments and all these like negative things, when you stop and you look at them, you're like, this has nothing to do with me. This comment has nothing to do with what I just said in this video. This comment has nothing to do with anything.
Got a few comments on there that just kind of hurt my heart a little bit, because it made it seem like I was putting Klee off behind me. Like, like I'm a man and you're a little lady and you get behind me and keep your mouth shut.
We've had a handful of comments that went something like, why don't you let Klee be in the foreground? Or why don't you let Klee take point on more videos? She has valid opinions. And actually, I was upset on multiple levels by this, because let Klee do anything.
Yeah, that's what made me upset, was like, why don't you let Klee whatever? And I'm like, I don't let Klee do, like, she makes her own choice. She's her own person.
It's true.
The phenomenon of like sitting there and ruminating on this comment that you might have gotten is always really, really interesting to me. And there are times I'm much better than I used to be. When I first started putting the videos out there, I remember that if I got a negative comment, like, it was almost like my soul was being sucked out through my chest. Little by little, over time, I've gotten to a point where, like, there are some negative comments that I get and I leave them on there. And then there are some negative comments that we get and I'm like, I just delete and block that person because I don't want to deal with it. I don't want our peeps on here to deal with it. I just want to make it really clear. Listen, you're going to put your stuff out there. You're going to deal with people that are miserable, insecure, know-it-alls, whatever it is that they are, whatever it is that they do, and they're going to leave some negative comment. You got this whole phenomenon of trolls that love to go on somebody's page and leave a comment just to incite drama. You've got, it's like all these different personalities when you think about it that are like in a neighborhood, right? So you've got the nosy neighbor, you've got the one that's always arguing and you can tell that they're miserable, you've got the one that has sly comments, you've got you've got all these personalities, and the internet in of itself is almost like a giant neighborhood full of dysfunctional neighbors. And then there's you.
Some people are gonna hate us, but I'm like, well,
but we're so lovable. Meanwhile, there you are putting out your content, thinking about what it is that you want to say out there, thinking about the fact that like you want to get across this message that you have, you want to share your artwork, whatever it is that you want to do. And then you go in and you go into this landscape that almost seems completely alien. But when you stop and you think about it, it's it's pretty normal. There's miserable people out there that like to make other people miserable. There's bossy people, there's know-it-alls, there's all kinds of people out there. There's people that their sense of power is, pushing the thumbs down button. You've got people that maybe you're going to say something and they misconstrue what you say, or they disagree with what you say, and they don't like your artwork. They just don't like your face. And if you're going to put yourself out there, be prepared for that, but also understand that it is only like 1% of people, not even 1% of people out there that are living this way. Haters don't hate, just appreciate that we're singing you a song. Haters don't hate, just calculate that you might be wrong.
Ooh. That was a slow burn.
There's a lot more wonderful, beautiful, amazing human beings out there that you'll get to interact with and have these shared moments with. And, you might run into some idiot that just is being an idiot. That could happen in any social gathering. So just remember, don't be afraid to put your stuff out there, because you might run into somebody who's like, has some stupid thing to say. There's always somebody out there that has some stupid thing to say. And with the anonymity of the internet and being able to hide who you are, it's more likely that stupid person is going to say something stupid.
Some people are having a really, 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 really hard time, and they don't want lighthearted.
Yeah.
And they don't want jokes. And some people are just going to hate us because they're jerk faces.
If you go to a party, that stupid person may say something stupid, but chances are they're too much of a coward to do it. You've got people out there that are miserable and just want to share that misery, and you've got a choice. You either take it or you don't. As far as YouTube in of itself, I mean, if they thumbs down and they leave a stupid comment, that still helps with your engagement. So for the most part, you could just be like, thank you, right before, you delete them and block them. Yeah.
It's been said.
Yeah.
Like, we've had haters. We've made it.
Haters.
I make YouTube videos. I've heard it all. Like, my voice is annoying. We're both ugly. I have no eyebrows. We're stupid, all the things. And normally I'm like, but this particular comment sat with me, I think because of what it was. After we did my art show was canceled, now what video, you just came across as superficial. And I was like, ooh, superficial. That's a new one. Our whole deal is to be
authentic,
as real as possible, all the time. And so getting called superficial was like one that I just didn't see coming.
Keep being awesome. Keep putting your stuff out there. Don't let stupid people dissuade you from putting yourself out there, because there's always going to be stupid people. I have this bracelet that Klee made for me that says "Rise above the noise." And it's a constant reminder to me that, like, all that stuff, that's just noise. That's just noise out there. And you could always rise above it. So I'm curious to know, how do you guys deal with stuff? I know a lot of you are putting yourself out there now. What have you learned as far as, like, dealing with people that are leaving dumb comments or something like that? Not that there's that many, but we do get them every once in a while. And thank you so much for watching, you guys. You guys are absolutely freaking amazing. I totally adore you. And if you like this and you want to watch more like this, just click right over here to subscribe. And that's it. I adore you guys. Adios.